Yeah, come on!
Welcome to the Ed Caban Show with Southside Steve.
Yeah, come on! And today we have a special guest in studio. It is a Monday, and I got to tell you, Jeff, the neighbors last night, I now know why a lot of people in subdivisions don't go out and party anymore, and single people do. Because when you're single, there's 2 or 3 of you sitting around. And if people don't have girlfriends or boyfriends, they're like, man, we got to get out and meet somebody.
Well, that's thus the song "The Night Owls" that we heard last Saturday, but we'll get to that in a minute. But that's why
wow.
you got to go out on the prowl when you're single.
That's
but
it.
if you're married in a neighborhood, you party with your neighbors.
That's it.
I had that lifestyle too.
Yeah, so my neighbor was at the house last night, and the one neighbor, the husband goes home to leave the wife who's drinking. Then I find out she's drinking her worries away because her dog died, and it's a little tough on her. She's got 2 boys. Literally, each boy is a year younger than my boys. So they're all getting along great, and they're hanging out, and they're taking advantage. Next thing I know, it's 8:30. It's 9:20, 9:30. And I'm like, oh, God, it's time. So I just went ahead, and I got a thank you from my wife. That never happens. I backed the truck up. I put the kid's little 4-wheel battery vehicle in the back. I put the scooter in the back, I go, I know it's only 6 houses, but I'm driving you home. You're not walking. So got him out of there, but it was a little bit of a late night, and everybody was hurting.
And it's a school night.
It's school night. But you know what? It wasn't my deal. I looked at Amanda and go, this party's on you, girl. I was downstairs getting my taxes ready for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing my taxes. So I was being good. And then I get brought up. Next thing I know, I'm having cocktails going, what the hell are we doing? But you're right. We had a great weekend, and we have a guest in the studio. So Jeff Cole and I are about to tell you about what you missed at Trilliff Live with the Little River Band. And in studio with us is...
Elena.
Elena,
Hi.
can you hear? We got you. Larry, I'll do it again.
Hi, Elena. Nice
Mike.
to meet you guys.
Hold on, I got to talk to our producer. Mike, she's on mic 4. Our producer messes up all the time. It's just one of those things. So, Elena, and do you have a radio name or a TV name, or were you just going to go by your name if you make it in this crazy career?
Probably gonna go by Lane. That's my nickname.
Lane?
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yep.
was named after Lane Staley from Alice in Chains.
Really?
So yeah.
So you got some rock and roll parents.
Yes, I do.
Oh, that is.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know. She comes to us from our sponsor, Exit Wealth and Exit Stage Left Advisors. We are in the Exit Wealth studio right here in lovely Alpharetta with studios in Buckhead. And I want to thank Ted Jenkins. And on this one, I want to thank Lee Heisman because he's working with your mother. Radio came up, your career at Kennesaw State. And next thing I know, I get an email. Hey, can a girl come in? Can you talk to her? Can she watch you do what you do? And can you answer questions? I'm like, yes. So I spit up my whole life and included Jeff's. I left out his divorces. You met Mike. Not many people have met Mike, and everybody wonders why I won't let Mike get on the radio. It's because Mike makes mistakes. So one of these days, I'm going to let him on. But right now, he's being compensated, and it became a bit like, no, you're not coming on a mic. And he's a little pissed off because you're a guest and you're on. So you can wave at Mike.
Well, that's how Mike started. You kind of not intern, but kind of visit studios, ask questions. Mike started that with us back at Fox FM. We didn't talk about him though.
No, Mike
he didn't get right on like she did. But now he's actually got a job producing the.
Well,
Ed
he didn't
show.
get a job until we lost ours.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, do you really think Fox FM's going to pay you? No, they didn't pay me enough, and that's why I was fired. So, being in the studio, we're going to be talking to you and learning a little bit about you. And I love that you're a guest here today, Lane. We're going to go with that. I had no idea your parents were rock and rollers.
Well,
Jeff's a music guy.
Well, yeah. Well, it kind of makes me feel old that your parents are old enough to, for number one, to have been Alice in Chains fans, and then have a daughter at this age. Like, it makes me feel like they're probably my age. Like, I still feel like I could be going to Kennesaw with you. I actually did go there for a while in the early 90s. But I still feel that age, even though your parents are probably younger than me, which kind of blows me away.
Do you know how old your parents are?
56.
Oh, they're
Okay,
my,
they're,
now
they're-
they're, up,
okay, they're younger than me.
they're up by me.
They were into grunge because they were a little bit older. I really wasn't into grunge at the time because I was still into my classic rock.
Now I got to ask, what other bands do your parents like?
Yeah.
Oh, my mom's favorite band is Slipknot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, she's 56? She's 56?
No, she is too? Both
Yes,
parents?
yes.
Same age? Mm-hmm. God, how long had they been married? A while?
They're divorced now, but they were married for a while.
Were
Yeah.
you an accident, or are you why
No,
they
I
got
was-
divorced?
I was very
See, that's
intentional.
radio humor. Everybody go, why would you say that in real life? My mother-in-law's going, I can't believe you said something. I'm like, it's a joke. No, are you the only child?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Have they had kids with anybody else?
No.
Oh, man, they fight over doting on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad spot to be in. Wow. All right. Jeff's parents are divorced, too.
Yeah, and they've been remarried. So,
Well,
Yeah.
Jeff's been divorced twice if I didn't bring that up.
yeah, it's the second time you brought it up.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't get married till 48, and I didn't have kids till 52 and 55. Whew, trust me, it ain't easy. But as I clear my throat, I'm getting all choked up. Like, what did you do? I love my kids, but my God, it's tough. And being married's tough, just for the record. Careful. Any dude in your life?
Yes, actually. Yeah, we've been together for 2.5 years now. So,
All right.
yeah.
I know you got a couple little tatty tats.
I do.
What's that one say?
This one, Carpe Diem.
Okay. And what's the other one on the forearm? That's
It's a record.
Player.
Yes, I collect vinyl. So.
Oh, she collects vinyl.
do.
We got some decent vinyl in the studio. We got Hall & Oates, Pat Benatar. We got the Home Cooking album for 96 Rock, circa some 77, 78. But check this out. If you like rock, Jeff, quickly go over the weekend because we had front row seats at Trilliff Live in Fayetteville to see the Little River Band.
Yeah, we did our thing at Trilliff Live, brand new facility. It was spotless. Everybody there is like trying to get you through. They're really nice. It's not like some of the other bigger, older venues where they're like, "Yeah, come on, well, yeah. Hey, what can I do? Okay, drinks are over here, bathrooms over here. Oh, your seat. Oh God, you guys got great seats." And we happened to have front row seats. We were not expecting that from Trilliff Live.
I didn't either. We went in, and I'd gotten a friend some tickets, and then I had a friend that bought tickets and wanted to be in the same area. And we're like, where are they? And we're looking. Jeff goes, well, let's go check the front row. I go, I don't think so.
Well, it's weird because
I'm an influencer. I don't deserve front row, but boy, it worked out because I filmed from front row.
Oh, well, look at this. I actually took a picture of the front man, Wayne Nelson, who we did an interview with on Friday. Look at this from front row.
Yeah.
There he is. So he's been in the band for 46 years, the Little River Band. Joined him in 1980. He's 76 years old. He rocks the bass. I mean, this dude plays all sides. He does. I don't know if you noticed. He did the slapping. He did the strumming. He did the plucking. He played all kinds of styles of bass, and he could still sing great. He sounded just like the records.
Yeah, I thought it was good. The voice is good. Not always does the voice stay, but in his instance, it did. So seeing a band like that, and the audience is a little older, which is great.
I would say I was the youngest one there.
Really?
I would probably say I was the youngest one there.
You might have been. Did you notice me flirting with the four women on the side stage?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I just want to know I still got it.
But great venue. I can't wait for the next one. So.
Oh, I know this venue. If you haven't been to it, tell your parents about Trilliff Live. It's brand new in Fayetteville. It's one of those 2,500 seaters indoor, and it is state of the art, clean. It just feels good to be in there.
And you're right near a whole development of restaurants, bars. There's a hotel, a movie theater. So it's right next to the Trilliff Studios, which is where every movie's made that I'm not in.
But Jeff's not in. There's movies being made, and they just don't want your acting abilities.
I guess not.
It is what it is. Jeff's still trying to make it like you're trying to make it.
Yeah.
But so I'm just going to call you Lynn.
Lane.
Lane.
Yeah.
Lane. Got to write that last
I'll
in
never
Lane
forget
Staley.
it. Lane Staley.
Staley,
Yeah.
yes.
Now, I will tell you, I never met Lane Staley, but I met the guy that they put in his place. And I can't think, he's like a black guy. Is he black Spanish maybe? He's cool. He's got the fro. He comes in. He's got the voice. He's local. He lives in Georgia. The dude's super cool. I can't think of his name, but he hits the notes. That's the thing. When a singer passes, like Journey, they haven't passed, but they don't participate. But you got to find that person.
It sounds like
Sounds like the records. Or do you go a whole nother direction? I haven't seen that yet. Everybody right now is trying to say Lou Graham's about to retire from Foreigner. What happens there? Does somebody try to do Lou? Or do they just have a different sound? I don't know.
They just have to have a different sound, unless they get lucky, like Journey did with Arnell.
But I bet they're coming. I mean, that's where do you go? You go to social media to look. So real quick, at Kennesaw, you're looking at film, you're looking at broadcasting, and you're looking at radio. So you're still interested in possibly like working at a television station or terrestrial radio?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Are your professors telling you there's still life in terrestrial radio?
Yes, yeah. And I also have seen a lot of it too. I go to a lot of festivals and concerts, and over the summer, I met a lot of the guys at Octane. And it really put into perspective for me that radio is still alive and it's still kicking, and they're doing all of this stuff still, and it's not dying with the streaming services, and that's what kind of pushed me to come here.
See? I told you. I told you there's a chance.
We're waiting for the call.
We're waiting on the call. We're waiting on the call. I've got 30 years terrestrial radio mornings under my belt, and he's got 20 of weekend, and he's got 2 of, I don't know. You got 2 of co-hosting.
Yeah. Being a personality, right?
You're now a personality. And speaking of personality, let's push on. I've got a segment here sponsored by Small Sliders. We get to call any day now to be right there in Marietta, off Windy Hill, just before Cobb Parkway. If you've passed it, that's what it looks like. Small Slider, a proud sponsor of the Yeah Come On Show, and we are the voice of Small Sliders. Steve MZ is better than TMZ because I take it all. I take it from Radar Online. I go to People Magazine. I go to TMZ a lot to get Steve MZ, but it's my own little spin. And it's also brought to you this morning by, are you showing me that your cup's empty?
No.
It's distracting to
did
the
you
host.
see that? Did you see that Mike has refilled our water in the Exit Well Studios? So give him a round of applause for that, because
Thank you, Mike.
yeah, that was
I brought this from home thinking we had no water.
yeah. No, we are full of water now. So we're not running out anytime soon.
I love it. I want to thank David Markwell of Markwell Therapy, because sometimes there's mental illness in Steve MZ, because think about it. The only reason we're talking about people is they went viral for doing something good or stupid, or they're famous and they cheated, and do they have mental illness, or is it a story about, I don't know, somebody spray painting kill people on the wall at a rally? Really? You thought that was a good move, whoever that person is. Every once in a while I look at social media, I just want to jump in a suit, like one of those Antifa suits where nobody knows who you are, and just beat the crap out of somebody. Steve MZ today, and we may get to it on sports with Jack Sugar, that coming your way after Polydictainment with Jeff Cole, which is next. Tiger Woods got some issues.
This is the third time, at least the third time, that he's wrecked a car and got a DUI or been arrested for DUI, right?
Yeah.
At minimum of the third.
It makes me go, Tiger.
Well, you know
Tiger.
they call that
Tiger.
in the business. They call that he's a habitual violator.
Huh?
That you never heard that? I know you've heard that term from
Oh,
George
yeah,
Stein.
yeah.
But I think it has to be within a certain amount of time. Like if you get multiple DUIs within 5 years, you're called a habitual violator. Then they really throw the book at you.
But if it's separated by 25
his
years.
is spread out over 20 years, yes.
Yeah, he's been messing up. I will tell you, Tiger can drive the ball. He cannot drive a vehicle.
How long were you working on that one?
It just popped in my mind. Thank you. That is called improv classes and God's gift. I didn't even need improv to think of things like that, but it just hit me. The dude seriously can't drive a car.
I know. And again, I've been saying it all weekend. It's not like he flipped it on the highway. He flipped it on like a little neighborhood road. And he's done that multiple times.
And everybody's saying, when you are a millionaire at the billionaire level, why do you not have a driver? Why not?
I know. He can afford to have literally a 24-hour on-call driver on his property around him all the time, and it would not even faze him.
Yeah, and he took the sobriety, and I guess he passed the walking course, but they said they could tell he was off, and then they're like, we need to take your blood because you're not all there, even though you were able. Because the guy's got good coordination. Just like I took it one time, wasted, and I still was like, bam, bam, light, I'm watching it, and I got off. I was lucky. And I imagine Tiger has those skills. The dude can bounce a golf ball in a golf club like 2,000 times.
But he can't steer or use his pedals.
Doesn't know maybe he gets the gas and the brake mixed up. But I can tell you the worst one, the most embarrassing one, and I think he was driving a Corvette. it was either that or a Ferrari, but he left his clubhouse, which resides in his subdivision, and he's driving, and the wheels are mangled because he keeps hitting the curb.
Oh.
So they pull him over, and he gets a nice Dewey on that one. Then they're like, okay, no problem. Then he's driving downhill, and people see him leaving the resort, and it's one of those play with a celebrity. So some Hollywood guys paid money to play with Tiger, so he's hauling ass to the golf course, going down a hill, wipes out,
Yeah.
and almost amputates his damn foot.
Yeah. Now he was going to play or consider playing in the Masters. And
100%.
Is that off the table now completely?
It is. I think it is. Just here's the deal. He's not hurt, so he can play. But does it look bad? Is he going to get booed
Yeah.
for playing? Because they're like, you're a drinker. Boo. No, I still think people are there to watch him play golf. Most people don't care what people do in their personal lives.
I think more people will watch now if he plays. This would be a ratings bonanza for the Masters.
I think it would. Lane, do you like sports?
I like baseball.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Now, do you care if your baseball guy is on DUI too, or say he got in an argument with his wife and there was pushing and shoving, or do you just want to watch him on the ball field? Does that ruin it for you, when you learn more about the individual in their own time?
Not really. As long as they play good, that's all that matters to me.
And guess what? That's why they should keep their mouths shut. That's why rock stars don't need to do politics. We don't need your opinions. Do what you do, and if your free time is getting you locked up or jailed, that's on you. Next up, we're going to do some politictainment. Is this going to be funtainment or not? Because I've got a sponsor I can mention, and I don't know. I tell you
Well,
what.
I mean, it's going to be war talk.
Well, you know what? Here's that. I'm still going to bring it up because it's a rockin' place. Rockin' Taco.
yeah.
Rockin' Taco is going to sponsor politictainment today. It wasn't their choice. They wanted to probably sponsor something else, but here's the deal. You can go to Rockin' Taco to not think about war. You can go there to love.
Which is what we're going to do on Thursday night.
We'll be there Thursday night at the Rockin' Taco, and we're going to be there with a buddy of ours. You'll learn more about that tomorrow, but it's a fantastic band. Go to rockintaco.com, see who's coming. And I told him I would wait till I talk to him tomorrow, but we've got 3 days to pimp this. Trust me, Thursday night from 8 until 10:30, you want to be in lovely Roswell, Georgia, off Canton Street.
Right.
Politictainment.
Well, my mom says we've been mean to Mike. We need to let off a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's not his fault. It's the technical things.
Hold on. Button sticking. All right. There's your excuse.
Okay.
Button sticking.
I know as a former producer, I know how that works. So it's all good. Let's see the war. Like we're getting two different stories. Trump's like, yes, we're negotiating. They're close to making a deal. We've been talking, we're just kind of negotiating for other countries like Pakistan or something. But then we're also have 3,500 troops ready to go in the Gulf. So they're looking at sending ground troops in, and apparently Iran's waiting for them. So it doesn't sound like they're really making a deal when everything seems to be escalating.
It sounds like it's escalating. See, Iran's biggest problem and why we have to get anybody that's for Iran the hell out of this country, citizen or not, we just need to hit the ejector button and you got to go because they think dying for their cause gets them to the promised land. If you think like that, no offense, bonsai, we had suicide bombers back in the day because they love their country so much. I'm out of bullets. I'm crashing my plane. And, there's the weirdness to it is within that society, there's glory to that. And I think the way Americans are, they're like, dude, you could have made it home from the war alive and gotten back to see your wife and 2 kids. Instead, you took yourself out. So there's that value of life is different.
But I think most of the Iranian people aren't like that. It's just, a certain group of them, not the whole country. So they don't want the whole country to be destroyed because that's what we're doing. I heard we bombed some of their electrical plants or steel factories.
Well,
we're just destroying everything.
There's got to be a point to where there's an overthrow. And we saw the students come out years ago, and now we've learned that 30,000 students like yourself, and, I'm not putting you in politics, Lane, but we do have a Kennesaw State student. Students are the first ones to feel life. They want to be a part of things, and they think they're making change. And then the older people are like, stay off the streets. What are you doing? But they did it. They spoke out, and their lives were taken. So I think there could be an overthrow of this regime, which is
Well,
pretty intense.
Well, I think we're waiting for the Iranian people to do it because we've taken out all their leaders. In fact, Trump says we've already pretty much done the regime change. Again, he's kind of telling two stories. Where regime change is done, we're making a deal, yet we're sending troops in, and it seems we're still bombing and sending troops. So, I don't know, but he says the regime change is happening, but I think we were expecting the people to really take over if they don't want to be under the Ayatollah.
Well, I'm sure there's conversations that we're not aware of. I'm sure there's people that have infiltrated it, that are in the country, and probably their lives are on the line as spies. And, spies like us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
No.
The best scene is when they're in the plane and they're going to just, for no reason, they just push them over just to hit nose first.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
in the training?
Yeah, I don't know what that training was for, but I thought that is the hardest I laughed in that movie is that scene. But yeah.
No, the scene, when they take the test, they're in the classroom and take the test, and they're all cheating, and they do this whole scene. I bet
he's got the fake broken arm, and he's
It's awesome. That was a good sidetrack.
It was a good movie.
That was a good way to end Polititainment on a fun note.
So hopefully we have spies, but not spies like them. All right, we got a new sponsor coming up right here, and we're going to get sports. We're going to get Jack Sugar on the phone, and North Atlanta Golf Carts sponsors this segment, and who better to do it than a guy that deals in golf carts, Craig Riddle. He'll also be the guest on the Red, White, and Green show as you're dialing if you want to show. Jack, are you there?
No.
You're testing? Yeah. Show Lane real quick. You can see the signage for the Red, White, and Green. See that? There you go. Look at you presenting that. God, you could have worked on The Price is Right.
I should have.
You damn sure. Mm-hmm. This refrigerator is so beautiful. But no, I look at the Red, White, and Green show as like Americans that love money is great. But we're going to have Craig Riddle on from North Atlanta Golf Carts. He is the man at both locations. Walk in, mention Craig Riddle or ask for him and say, yeah, come on to him. You get $500 off used or new golf carts. And they sponsor Jack Sugar with Yeah, Come On Sports. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning. How are we doing?
Doing good, man. We got a crazy world. I know the subjects I have, but I'm going to let you run with it. Tiger. You can talk about whether you think he can get in the Masters, whether you think he can drive a vehicle. I want to know some Final Four stuff for sure, and anything Braves you want to get into. Those are just some of my personal interests, but the sports is Jack on Mondays and Fridays. Take it away, sir.
Oh, man, yeah, I'm just going to get right to it because this weekend, man, did deliver on the sports front. It was just incredible. Starting off Friday, I see a headline that Tiger Woods is thinking about competing in the Masters. That was at about, I don't know, maybe 2:00. And then at 4:00, I get a separate notification saying that Tiger Woods has been involved in a rollover crash and is under arrest for a DUI. So that was a roller coaster of emotions on Friday that I'm still not really sure how to process. I think he's been released from jail, which means I guess, if he's got anything like Scotty Scheffler, he might be able to find the tee box. But yeah, that's a sad story. I don't know. It's just a sad story.
Well, real quick on that, just a quick question. And Jeff talked about it. He thinks more people would watch it. We have a guest in our studio, Lane, who goes to Kennesaw State. She's studying broadcasting. We have all agreed off air during Steve MZ. I don't know if you were listening, but basically the situation is we don't care what you do in your personal life. We care about what you do on stage or in your sport. So we're cool if he plays, and we think more people will watch. What do you think?
I don't know if Mike's tweaking the dials over there, but you guys went robotic on me. But that being said, I think I know what you're saying, which was that Donald Trump's trying to pardon him, which is hilarious. Just a wild guess. I have no idea, what you said there.
What do you want? Can you hear me now? Guess. Can you hear me now? You need us to call you back.
No.
All right, stand by. We're calling you back. Mike, call Jack Sugar back. I hate when this happens.
It's been happening a lot lately. Mike, did we need to get some of the equipment serviced?
Maybe it's all digital, which I hate. That's the other thing, Lane. I'll tell you, as you sit in this studio listening live, I hate digital equipment. It just goes out. You need to be hardwired in, but that's more. You got this now?
Yep.
Long story short, all I said was that we don't care what you do on stage or in your sport. We just want to see you do that. That's all we care about, is what I should have said. In other words, I said it opposite. No, we just want to know how you party, man. No, we basically, if you mess up in your life, police are called on you. You're fighting with your wife, you're drinking, you're doing heroin. As long as you can do the concert and play the sport at the best of your ability, we're not going to hold that against you. We want to see you do what you're supposed to do. And Tiger's supposed to play golf, so we're for it. And we think they would have more viewers if he plays.
Always. But the Masters, they're going to try to keep it classy, and so I bet you they are going to say it's too hot right now. We can't bring it. He flipped his car, for gosh sakes. He exited the vehicle, but Lord knows what medication he was on that enabled him to do that. Sad story there. Obviously just hope he gets the help he needs, because he's got some issues.
100%.
And he refused a urine test, which means he had something in his system that he shouldn't have, or at least at levels that he shouldn't have. So just hope he takes care of himself, because we all know and love Tiger Woods. But I tell you what, there's a generation of people coming along behind us that don't have the appreciation for him that we do. And so, it's sad. But I'm gonna move on to another golf story that was, oh man, that'll get your heart. It'll pull on your heartstrings. Gary Woodland won the Houston Open yesterday. He hasn't won a tournament in almost 7 years. He, in 2023, had brain surgery to remove, I think, a benign lesion in his brain that was pushing up against the part of your brain that induces stress and fear.
Yes.
And so from like 21 to 23, he was dealing with like debilitating anxiety and fear, thinking he was, gonna die, and he had kids and thinking his kids were gonna die. He was having dreams about falling, really like sad stuff, and had the surgery in 23. Took years to recover, back on tour, couple top 25 finishes, but wasn't really himself. But people are like, hey Gary, it's great to see you back, etc. It's back to see you 100%. Well, 2 weeks ago he went on Golf Channel and did an interview talking about, wanted to basically open up and say he's been diagnosed officially with PTSD because of all of the stuff he was going through on tour, and was basically like, I can't keep putting my energy towards lying to these people who are saying it's great to see you back. He's like, because I'm not back. I'm dealing with PTSD. Had some serious incidents. He had an incident this year where a score, the guys that walk behind you with the score, one of the guys kind of got too close to him, like snuck up on him a little bit, and he got scared. He would pop into the bathrooms between holes and cry. He couldn't almost finish this golf tournament just because he had all this PTSD. And so he like kind of puts that all out there on the Golf Channel 2 weeks ago, to be basically just like, I can't keep lying to everybody. Everyone needs to know what I'm dealing with, so that we can all just, put it out in the open. And then 2 weeks later, goes out and shoots a course record, 21 under, won the golf tournament by 4 strokes.
Wow.
And won for the first time in 7 years. So I was watching it, trying to keep it together, because he's got, family and had brain surgery, and pretty incredible to come back and win that. So that was like just kind of the appetizer, because then about 2 hours later, the UConn Duke basketball tournament, Elite Eight, that was one of the most improbable, impossible, unlikely finishes to a basketball game that I've ever seen.
Well,
I've
guess
watched a lot of sports.
We're going to show that clip right now and let you comment. Here's the clip that Jack Sugar's talking about.
The game,
Ahead, Boozer, that ball deflected and stolen by Mullins. Caravan, 2 seconds. Mullins tosses it up. Oh! It's UConn goes in front.
Absolutely impossible.
Utterly impossible.
Isn't that crazy? I love those Final Four games.
Impossible.
I know. So I'm glad we had that audio. I saw that too and sent it to Jeff. I said, Jack Sugar may want this. I didn't know whether you were going to use it or not, so I'm glad you did.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was delaying bedtime with my 3-year-old. We were down in the basement hanging out, and the game was on, but it was over. They were down 15 at half, and number 1 seeds with a 15 or greater point lead at halftime were 134-0. Had never lost that game in NCAA tournament history. And anytime you are the 134-1, and in that fashion was just, oh my gosh, you can dissect it however you want to, but that's why sports are just the greatest. When things like that happen, it's one of those I'll remember where I was whenever I see that highlight for the rest of my life. And that's just insane. Duke 2 years in a row with just epic meltdowns. I honestly love, part of me is as an Atlanta sports fan, I've been through, the worst 28-3, you name it. And so to see another fan base have to go through it part of me is that's satisfying. But honestly, I feel so bad for those kids and a lot of the Duke fans. I don't know how you can recover from that. That just, you're not watching highlights. You're not watching the rest of the tournament. You're just there's no way that just happened.
I've never watched the 28-3 Super Bowl ever again. I saw it live. I've never watched highlights. I can't do it. I was there when the Falcons lost in '98 in Miami. Jack was there in Houston when they lost the 28-3. And it's scarring. It is. And you know what Buffalo and Minnesota fans on the NFL level, not even getting to all the other levels, but yeah, what we saw was magic. And I will tell you the Woodland thing, I'm glad you brought that up. If people want to watch Full Swing, it goes through his injury, his operation, and you see his head shaved and the scar on his brain. And man, I had no idea that guy won yesterday. I just didn't have my eye on it. That's why you do what you do, and we appreciate you on the Yeah Come On show, buddy.
Yep. And the Braves, we got a long road ahead of us. They won the opening series, so that's good. Offense looked really good as expected. Well, I guess not as expected because they weren't good last year, but they're too good not to have that regress to the mean. So offense looked good. Pitching still to be determined. We'll have to piece it together as the season goes along, but there's reason to be optimistic. So amazing sports weekend. Happy to jump on this morning. As great Final Four coming up. I still think Michigan is the team to beat, but that Michigan-Arizona game is going to be incredible next weekend, and then UConn, Illinois as well. So no perfect brackets remaining. It's been a great March Madness. It was a great sports weekend. Thank you guys for having me on as always. And this has been Jack Sugar with Yeah Come On Sports.
Yeah, come on! Which brings us back to our guest right here in studio. And I can't wait to let people know who you're involved in, because you're working with a couple people I know. So Randy Gottlieb, I want to give him some love. He's a soccer player, and he's a record rep. And he usually works with smaller acts to make them big acts. And I never know who he's working with, but it looks like he's working with Fozzy, and that's who you're working with. That's one of your internships.
Yes. I'm working with Randy right now at Protocol Entertainment, and Fozzy has a new song coming out. I'm pretty sure it's coming out next month. I can't really talk about it very much, but
have you heard it?
I have not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has Randy heard it?
I think so.
And it's a rock.
Really keeping this secret.
Yeah.
But it's a rock song, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is Chris Jericho's band, of course,
Yes.
the wrestler.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you know Fozzy is Chris Jericho, there you go. He's a wrestler, but he's also a singer. He double dips, which means he'll have a career after wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of Chris Jericho? I know him personally. I went. I've got a favorite song of mine, just like anybody does. I didn't know he was working with Randy. And what's your record label again?
Protocol Entertainment.
Protocol Entertainment. You know that one?
No.
No, but we do now. Protocol Entertainment. Dr. Rock got more knowledge.
I got more knowledge. So, but we both all agreed, or all three of us. I don't know if Lane did or not, but you and I agreed for sure. We love their version, Fozzie's version of ABBA's SOS.
That is my favorite song. He did that in studio on Rock 100.5, and I called everybody. I'm like, we got to be at this show, and it was 37 Main, and Johns Creek was the location. I had my mother-in-law there. I had my father-in-law. My mother-in-law took a picture with him. Everybody thinks he's sexy. Do you think he's sexy? He's not your type?
Nah, not my type.
He's an old man to her.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho's. What do you think of Randy? Does Randy still look good? Is he holding on?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, because soccer players usually we look good.
All right, so we'll end the show with track 13 from Fozzie's version of SOS on the Come On Show.